Welcome to the digitally integrated media model created by Dr. Randall Chase. Dr. Chase spent his childhood years in Nephi, Utah, where his father was a dry land wheat farmer and a businessman. In 1959, their family moved to Salt Lake City and settled in the Holiday area. Dr. Chase was a well-known media personality on Salt Lake City radio stations in the 1970s. He left on-air broadcasting in 1978 to develop and market computer-based management, sales, and music systems for radio and television stations in the United States. In 1984, Dr. Chase worked as a media and business consultant in the Salt Lake City area. In the late 1980s, he pursued his doctorate and received his PhD in communication from the University of Utah in 1997. He has taught communication courses at that institution as well as Salt Lake Community College and Dixie State College for 21 years. We are living in a consumer economy. Consumer demands are the driving force behind most new development. Because of consumer demands, digital media products and services can be analyzed in terms of a marketplace. In a market-based analysis, there are consumers, channels, content, and stakeholders. The digitally integrated media model was developed in the early 1990s. On occasion, we will refer to this model as the Chase model after its creator. After all, the Chase model is easier and faster to say than the digitally integrated media model. Just like the consumer economy, the Chase model has 4 parts as well. In fact, the same 4 parts: consumers, channels, content, and stakeholders. So what does this model tell us? This model tells us how well a product, service, or company is doing in the marketplace. Why use a market-based model? Well, there are 4 reasons. The first, we are living in a consumer economy where developments are driven by consumer behavior in the marketplace. Consumers know what, why, and how they want their products. The second reason is we are living in a deregulated environment where government and other policymakers are adopting a let the market decide philosophy. Government does not want to settle squabbles in the marketplace. In fact, the government typically doesn't want to get involved and won't get involved unless illegal activity occurs. Third, technology-based products that are currently on the market change rapidly and are complex, but the 4 domains do not change. The fourth reason is the domains of consumers, channels, content, and stakeholders provide useful and relatively stable windows through which we can analyze rapidly changing digital technologies, services, and issues. Here's how quickly technology changes. Let's use Apple as an example. This diagram shows how quickly Apple's iPod has changed since its creation. You have probably owned several of the models shown. Here's how quickly Apple's computers have changed since 1976. I love the one in 1976. I do remember using the 1980 model at a place that I worked. To boot this computer, you inserted a black floppy disk, turned on the computer, waited for the computer to prompt you to remove the disk, and then you would take the disk out and reinsert the disk. Oh, how far we have come. The 4 parts of the Chase model are: number 1, the consumer domain. In the consumer domain, we will examine consumer values and expectations and how they translate into marketplace behavior. Number 2, the channel domain. We will examine the issues and trends in getting products and services into the hands of consumers in the marketplace. Number 3, the content domain. We will examine the stuff that you are paying for and the issues and trends involved in those areas. In number 4, the stakeholders domain, we will examine those who have a stake in the success of a product or a service and the strategies they use for that success.